From the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
39 degrees at 6:05. Good evening, I'm Jonathan Dent. A swatting hoax call prompted a large police response to Novell Catholic High School in Saginaw Township this morning. According to police, they received a call from someone claiming to be a teacher at 10:07. The caller reported that there was an active shooter in the school and that 2 students had already been shot. Police say that within 4 minutes, they arrived on scene and forced entry into the building and began to search for the suspect as well as any injured students or staff. Within minutes, it was determined that the call was most likely a hoax, but police continued to search the building as personnel from nearby law enforcement agencies arrived to help. Once it was confirmed to be a false call, students and staff gathered in the gymnasium for an early dismissal. Police believe that the incident was one of several false reports that brought police to schools around Michigan at roughly the same time, all of which are being investigated. A city councilman from East Tawas accused of trying to hire an out-of-state man to kill 2 people has had charges against him dismissed. Here's WSGW's Michael Percha.
Prosecutors allege 65-year-old Michael Mooney attempted to hire Daniel Blackhawk of Macon, Georgia, to kill Blackhawk's relatives in order to receive inheritance money. Mooney was trustee of the funds of Donald Clark Sr., who passed away in 2017. Clark was Blackhawk's father. The beneficiaries of the trust were Clark's widow, Elaine Clark, and then Donald Clark Jr. upon her death. Blackhawk contacted police in Michigan and claimed Mooney told him he could receive his inheritance if he killed the wife and son. However, during the course of the investigation, Donald Clark Jr. died in July 2021. Following Clark's death, Blackhawk himself died this past December. Neither death was considered suspicious, according to police. With no physical evidence of a crime having been committed and the only witness against Mooney deceased, prosecutors dismissed the case against Mooney. Michael Percha, News Radio 100.5 and 790.
A beloved Saginaw DJ, Frank Sonny Medell Jr., died suddenly yesterday at the age of 55. As a co-founder of Total Control of the Tracks, Medell was a DJ for local weddings, quinceañeras, and other festivals for nearly 40 years. He was also a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, DJ and co-founder of MidwestTejanoRadio.com, and an advocate for Hispanic music and culture in the Great Lakes Bay region. Medell is survived by his parents, Frank Sr. and Juanita Medell, as well as his 2 brothers, Dwayne and Bartolo, and their families. WSGW News Time is 6:07. The weather forecast is coming up.
The Bliss Bridal Wedding Expo and Fashion Show is Sunday, February 12th. The location is the Great Hall in Midland from 1 to 3:30 p.m. Admission is $5. Find out more by clicking on the Bliss Bridal box when you visit WSGW.com.
WSGW News Time is 6:08. The bodies of 3 rappers, including a missing man from Oscoda, have been identified after being found in an abandoned apartment building in Highland Park on February 3rd. Police report that Armani Kelly, Montoya Givens, and Dante Wicker had all been shot multiple times. The 3 men were supposed to perform in Detroit on January 21st until the venue canceled at the last minute. Police say they don't believe the killing to be random, but have not released a reason or if they have any suspects. The U.S. Coast Guard is reminding people that no ice is safe after 14 people were rescued yesterday from Saginaw Bay. The Coast Guard received a report of up to 30 people trapped on an ice floe near Fish Point in Tuscola County, with several in the water. An airboat from Huron County was dispatched along with the Coast Guard helicopters from Detroit and Traverse City. In all, 14 people were rescued and transported by EMS for observation. The Coast Guard says an extended search was conducted to make sure no one else was left on the ice floe or in the water. Stay tuned, we've got much more coming up on the Evening Roundup.
The WSGW Morning Team.
Winter is finally arrived.
Yeah, how about that?
It took all of January, but this is what we wanted.
Well,
Who wanted this? Who?
I promise you there are...
I was enjoying it.
There are many people who are just now, it's like, finally they can do some stuff around here winter. They don't have to go north.
Denise, I was tired of looking at
That's true.
gray
Tired of looking
and
at
mud.
gray,
And just,
I know.
It was nice seeing my dog frolic in the snow in the backyard.
Is there any dog that doesn't like the snow? I'm sure
There are some.
but-
Yes.
My dog laid out in the snow yesterday, and he's fairly big. And he was laying in that snow just like, I'm home.
Come on out and join me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
thanks anyway.
And Charlie, with the cold weather, you got your ice rink back, right?
finally. Been waiting for it. It's been a puddle of water for the past month.
Charlie, Denise, and Pat, your morning team. 5:30 to 9 on WSGW.
Wall Street rises as investors digest Powell comments. In New York, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 were all higher. Stocks of local interest are also generally higher. AT&T, 19 and a quarter, down 33. CMS Energy, 62.46, down 99. Dow, 60.51, up 42. DuPont, 77.79, up 5.43. Corteva, 60.71, up a penny. HP, $30 even, up 23. Huntington Bank, 15.57, up 21. Independent Bank, 23.19, up 28. Lumen Technologies, 4.99, down a nickel. Home Depot, $325.20, down 4.07. Walmart, $140.98, up 30. GM, $41.40, up 6. Trinzio, $29.55, up 30, and the price of a barrel of oil rose by $3.37, closing at $77.48 per barrel. This is Steve Anderson from Baird in Saginaw and Midland, wishing everyone a great night and even greater returns. The Business Final now continues with the Fox Business Report.
On Saturday, February 11th, the Disability Network of Mid-Michigan presents Feathers and Fedoras. It's a Roaring 20s gala to benefit independent living programs for people with disabilities. Grab your silk top hat, your best flapper dress, and prepare to foxtrot the night away with dance music by Stone Street Revival. Find Lady Luck at the casino. Hit the speakeasy for Giggle Waters. Feathers and Fedoras, Saturday, February 11th at the Doubletree in Bay City. For information and tickets, click on the Feathers and Fedoras box you'll find online at WSGW.com.
Good evening. This is the WSGW Farm Final for Tuesday, February the 7th, 2023. In Chicago today, mostly to the negative side on the Chicago Board of Trade. Weather-wise, plenty of clouds around. Temperatures warming up quite a bit above average for this time of the year. A good 12 to, in some cases, 15 degrees above. And it looks as though it's going to stay that way for the next several days. Probably the coldest day we will see in the next few is going to be coming up this Saturday. In between then and now, we're going to get a little bit of precipitation. It'll all be rain. It looks as though Thursday is going to be the day. We'll get into how much it's going to be and what we can look forward to long range in just a moment or two. But let's get back to those closing prices. Wheat finishing unchanged at Star of the West this afternoon. Cass City Rapson as well as Frankenmuth looking at the wheat at $7.10 on the old crop, $7.42 on the new. Corn down a nickel in Frankenmuth as well as Cass City, $6.19. The new crop down 4 at $5.34. Soybeans down 6 in Frankenmuth, $14.40. New crop up 3 at $13.05. Over in the Thumb area, $14.35 for the nearby soys with a new crop at $13. Looks like we'll be dropping down to about 27, 28 degrees tonight. We'll see some partly cloudy skies as we go through the nighttime hours. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of right around 42. Quite a bit of evaporative loss, very little as far as wind speeds go. Contrary to what we saw today, the winds are going to be dropping off out of the west at about 10 and southwest right around 5 to 10 miles per hour tomorrow. 32 is going to be our projected low for tomorrow night. We'll see a southeast breeze about 10 miles per hour. And then after midnight on Wednesday night, the chances of rain will be increasing. So by sunrise on Thursday morning, we'll have rainy skies. It'll continue to be rainy for a good part of the day on Thursday. Our high temperature will reach right around 48 degrees, and we're going to be looking at a southeast becoming southwest breeze during the day on Friday, or on Thursday, I should say, with wind gusts right around 45 miles per hour. Tapering off those wind speeds and also tapering off the rain shower coverage moving into Thursday night, a low of 36, and then on Friday, clouds, maybe a flurry or two, looking for a high temperature of 35. And then, as we said, it looks like 35 degrees for a high with partly cloudy skies on Saturday. That's it for our closing prices this evening. Join us tomorrow for the early morning edition at 5:30 and your first look at the markets at 11:40 on WSGW.
WSGW. Your source for local news and information in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.